Okay, I want to ask you something. Have you quit your job? I don't mean in the physical sense. I mean, have you quit your job mentally and emotionally? You know what I'm saying? You're showing up at your job only to get a paycheck. That's it. But you're not there emotionally or mentally. You're just there. You checked out a long time ago. You checked out a long time ago. You have been become disengaged with your job. You're only there to do your job just to get a check. You don't even really just socialize with people like that anymore. You know what I'm saying? I once had someone to ask that question, and I answered. They're not here mentally or emotionally. They're just here physically, and it shows. You know what? I'm gonna tell you. If you're that person, it shows. I don't know what's going on with you or whatever, but it shows. I'm not saying anything bad or whatever, but I'm here to discuss that. Um, you have really just checked out of the job all the way. I'm serious. You're like 1 foot away from just quitting. But that's not what I'm here to do, to encourage you to quit your job. It's just like in a marriage. You've checked out. You're there physically, but you've checked out emotionally and mentally. Yeah, you're there with your spouse, but that's it. Ain't nothing going on. It's just the same way where you're just there. So I'm here to encourage you from the work standpoint. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not here to say, hey, go ahead and quit. That's not what I'm here for. I'm not here to down you, no kind of way or whatever. What I wanna encourage you. Do you remember when you first started that job? You were so excited. Yes, you were so excited. And I understand we're in a new era. Things are changing around us all the time, each and every day, and sometimes we get so upset about it. No, we don't see a need for change, but guess what, y'all? It's happening. It's all around us. It's happening each and every day. But for those of you all who have checked out mentally and emotionally, I'm here to encourage you to go into that job with a positive attitude, a positive mindset. It may be time to shift gears, meaning it may be time you you could probably do what you do in your sleep. I'm serious. It's time at that point. It's time to move on. Try to find somewhere else in the job where it can be encouraging you to move up. At this point, you need to elevate yourself to give you that spark back, like from the day you first started. You do. You need to reinvent yourself. Like I said, I'm not here to encourage you to quit your job. You need to reinvent yourself. Possibly going back to school. If your job pays for you to go back to school, seek out the program. Seek the program out and see, are you eligible to go back to school. If your job will pay for you to go back to school, to go back to take up some skills, to reinvent yourself. That's what you're needing. Yes, it's work after the 9 to 5, but guess what? At this point, it's needed. You need it. You need that additional training to help you move on, whether it's on out the door at that job or onto another position within your company that's paying you more. I guarantee you that it's a sacrifice, but you will be so much more happier once you just commit yourself to sit down, make time to reinvent yourself. This video was not, it really was supposed to be the other way around. Not saying to encourage you to leave your job or anything like that, but it's time for us to reinvent ourselves. Yes, I'm gonna be honest, me included. What they say, your right hand don't have to know what your left hand doing. Do it in silence. Whatever you do in silence. You don't have to tell nobody what you what you need to do, what you want to do. Just do it. You'll feel so much more better. And to be honest, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like if you go ahead and do what you need to do and want to do and gotta do without telling somebody, it will happen for you. I'm not taboo or anything about like that or whatever, but I feel that it will happen for you. Now, if you go around telling A, B, C, and D that, oh, I'm finna start this program, I'm finna do this, this, and that, then um, it may not happen. Whatever's supposed to be planned out for that, it may not happen. So you want to move in silence. Set you some new goals and priorities, and make it a priority and do it. Just do it. Just step out on faith and do it. Like I said, it's time to reinvent yourself. It's time for you to be happy again. I had no idea what I was gonna say in this video, but it's time for you to gather yourself up again. Make yourself happy. Like I said, it's time for you to move up and beyond. It's been time. Anytime you getting up out of bed, dreading to go to work that day, and you could have just had a 3-day weekend off, oh, here come Tuesday, and you don't want to go to work, whatever day it may be, and you don't want to go to work, and you no longer happy about being there. It's time to do something about it. I promise you, it's time to do something about it. So, look, I want this to be a word of encouragement for you, you know, because I don't like seeing people like that. No, I don't. Because I'm gonna tell you what, leading to being checked out, right here it says it leads to decreased productivity, missed deadlines, negative impact on your career progression. And that is true. That is true. You cannot see the forest for the trees because you're no longer happy in the position that you're in at your job. So it is time to, like I said, go back, go to your company's career board. Yes, just because you've been at this job 10 years and you've been in this position for 5 or 10, and Sally Sue done came along and then just came in the door and just woo up, just done went above you. That don't mean nothing. So I'm gonna encourage you to go back to your company's career job board, look through it. Look for a remote job, anything. Just because it says you have to have these qualifications, don't disqualify yourself from that job. Please don't. Or guess what? If you feel like you can handle it and you can do it, I'm gonna encourage you, do it. I'm serious, do it. Now, like I say, if this job you meet everything else under this job, the job criteria, but you lacking a few things, all it takes is a little bit of Googling, study, homework. Go, like they say, go to Google University. If you don't know how to do something, take the time, make it a priority, make it a goal. Work on it for a couple of months. Go ahead. You know what? I encourage you to go ahead and put your application in for that position anyway. You've been with the company X number of years. They can bypass certain things. Certain people will bypass certain things for you in order for you to get that position. And like I said, you can feel your way through the rest of it. You can't. Don't nobody have to know. I'm gonna tell you. We don't know who we work with that don't know what they doing. from 1 minute to the next. But guess what? You think they do because they done came in the door a button and done came above you and you been here 15, 20 years. Don't be jealous. Don't be mad. Do something about it. That's what this video is really about. Do something about it. I encourage you. I encourage you. Do something about it. And like I say, you will go back to how you used to feel when you first walked through the doors of those companies. You were so happy to be there. At this point, your outlook on life has changed. Your mood at work has become greater, even greater pay. You know what? Yeah. And you've added skills and things to your resume that you didn't think that you were possible, that you didn't think were possible or even attainable. So, like I said, I encourage you to go ahead and do something about it. Mm-hmm. Don't check out of your job. Instead, revamp yourself, reinvent yourself, do what you gotta do. Go ahead and acquire those new skills. Go back to school if that's what it takes. I'm so for real. Go back to school if that's what it takes to reinvent yourself. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid because what is this? Gen Z, Gen X? I don't care what gen it is, what generation this is. You can do it. Ain't nothing too hard for God. God is there to help you. Mm-hmm. I'm just here to tell you that if you think you can't do it, you can. You can. Put that little choo choo train mentality in your head. Ain't nothing too hard. You going into this job Monday through Friday or 7 or 5 days a week, 9 to 5, 8 to 5, I don't care, overnight, whatever. And you so unhappy. Do something about it. You may become Sally Sue's boss one day. And they're gonna be like, ooh, what done happened? Yes. I wanna see you happy at work. I want to work alongside somebody with a positive mindset. Don't mind coming in grinding. You know, like you this your first day at work and you come in and showing me up. For real. I'm dead. I'm so for real. Like I said, I encourage you. Go ahead and do something about it. Reinvent yourself, revamp yourself, go back to school, do whatever you got to do on the positive side to make yourself happy again, okay? Because I don't want to be working beside no grump. I sure don't. That concludes this video, and I hope you all have enjoyed it, okay? Y'all be blessed.